Malacca。马六
Hello
甲。
everyone，大家早安，再次的早安，你们好，你们好。所以我先再自我介绍多一次，如果你们还没有看过我的脸孔的话 ，OK， 我叫 Pamela。如果你们不会 pronounce， 可以叫我 Camera 相机也 OK。哦，对，今天就是我在这边，我是做你们的领队，我会带你们出国。然后今天呢，我会带你们去到，你们要不要猜一下在哪里？知道吗？
马六甲，马六甲。
耶！因为你看到我后面这个是不是？
对，
是马六甲的风景。
耶，对。所以今天我们又从我们上个礼拜是去 KL 嘛，对吗？那时候 Yan 也在 KL， 但是现在呢 ，Yan 是不在 Malacca， 但是呢，我们有 Bernard， 我们那时候也是有一起跟 Bernard 一起出过国 ，correct？ So last week we were in KL and then Yan was there, and this week we are back to Malacca. So we took a train. Sorry, we took a bus and then we do slowly. Then we make our way down to Malacca. So of course, Malacca we have got our local guide over there who is Bernard. Hi, Bernard.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Happy to see you again.
Hi,
good morning.
早安.
Good morning, sisters and brothers. I'm again in my batik, very red batik, as this is the official attire of a Malaysian tour guide. Huh?
Ooh. 原来马来西亚的导游都是这样子穿的，就是要穿一个 batik 的衣服这样子，才代表你们是导游，对不对？
Yes, it is actually by law we have to wear a batik.
Oh, really?
And it's different, yeah, and it's different from the Indonesian one. The Indonesian one is usually brown, beige color with geometrical design. Ours in Malaysia is always flowery, similar to Singapore.
所以印度尼西亚的就是比较很多那个褐色啊这样子的那个 batik 的那个design， 然后马来西亚的就是比较多花，然后就是一定要穿，就是一个导游必须他们的制服就是要穿到这样子的。哇哦
And as you can see behind me, it says Malacca 0 mile.
这个是马六甲的那个零
点。That's where all the distance to Malacca are calculated from. If you see 50 kilometers from Malacca, it's actually from here, 0 mile.
Just like Singapore, we also have our
0 kilometer, right?
Yes, our 0 mile also. 我们新加坡也是有一个这个零点，在那个Fullerton那边，对 ，Fullerton Hotel 那里。
So where we are now is actually one of the most famous landmark in Malacca, which I will show you in a moment.
要说我们那边最 famous 的那个landmark.
Can you see where we are now?
Yeah.
Isn't this my background?
Yes, exactly the same.
Wow.
So if you have been to Malacca, I'm sure you have been here before.
Yes.
这个是你去到马六甲一定要去的一个地方，对不对？一定要在这里打卡。
有
啊，有在这边打卡。
有。
Okay.
So the building that we are looking at now was built 250 years, actually 350 years ago, right in front of me.
Wow. 这个是在350年前建的那个建筑物。
And the name is Stadhuis. Stadhuis is an old Dutch word, means city hall.
它是一个荷兰文叫 Stadhuis， 然后 Stadhuis 呢就是一个市政府大厅。
Yeah, it was built for the Dutch governor, 荷兰总督. So that was his office, and that's why it was the administration office of the Dutch colonial power.
所以他们的那个政府以前那个荷兰的那些政府就是在这边，对，在这里做工。
So this part of the city is considered the oldest and the most important because behind Stadhuis is St. Paul Hill.
在这个后面呢是有一座山叫做 St. Paul 的一个山。
And up under here is where you find the ruin of a Portuguese church, Temple Church.
那个圣保罗山呢，那边就是可以找到它的一个叫做圣保罗的那个教堂在后面那边。
So the Portuguese temple, the Dutch statues, as well as the British clock tower.
所以那个圣保罗的那个山那个教堂呢，是那个葡萄牙人所建的，然后它的那个后面的那个建筑物呢，就是荷兰人所建的。然后现在你们在前面看到的这个有时钟的这个塔，对吗？这个就是英国人所建的，在英国人统治的时候建的。哇，所以你可以看得到他们在那边3个不同的国家在那边就在那他的那个殖民地那边，他们就有3个不同的那个建筑物在那边。
So 600 years of history in Malacca are portrayed here. The Malacca Sultanate, the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the British.
所以这边就有整整600年来的那个历史在这里。
So what is important and interesting is today we are going to bring Singapore and Malacca together. So this is the origin of Malacca, but it is also closely related to Singapore.
为什么这个东西又跟新加坡有关呢？今天的这个托。
So this clock tower is named Tan Beng Sui Clock Tower.
Okay, so 这个 tower 呢，就是叫陈明水的这个 clock tower 在这里。你们大家知道他是谁吗？
You might not heard about his name, but you probably have heard of his son's name, Tan Jakim, because there's a Jakim Road in Singapore.
是的，我们这边有一个叫做 Jakim Road 的，在那个永祥那边的有一个叫 Jakim Road， 所以 Jakim 呢就是这个Tan Beng Sui 的儿子，所以是他为他的父母，他为他的爸爸而建的这个clock tower。
If you have not heard of their name, I'm sure you have heard of Tan Kim Seng, right?
Tan Kim Seng， 大家有没有？我看到点头，我看到有
金生是谁？
金生桥，陈金生喷泉。You have Kim Seng Bridge in Singapore. You have Tan Kim Seng Fountain in Singapore.
对 ，So Kim Seng 呢，他是我们这边的一个 pioneer， 就是他很早期他就来到新加坡这边嘛，对吗？然后他就在这边他就开发了那个水道啊，这些他就建了我们的第一个那个戏水池，在那个麦里芝那边。So Tan Kim Seng built the very first reservoir in Singapore, and then because of that, okay, we also have a water fountain, okay, in memory of him. So the water fountain is still existing, okay. 现在，所以我们就因为他开发了我们的这个第一个戏水池呢，我们就帮他建了一个这个戏水一个fountain，现在还存在着。
喷水池
啊，对，谢谢。
喷水池。And Baba Yonya actually came to Malacca 500 years ago. This is where the beginning, the origin of the Baba and Yonyas. And in fact, because of the decline of Malacca, many Babas and Yonyas, they went to Singapore at the invitation of the British. Also, when they see the opportunity in Singapore to develop their business and to continue the family economy legend.
对，就是因为其实我们新加坡这边对吗？早期的时候啦，很多那些娘惹在这里就有那些其实他们早期他们就是先在马六甲那边，做了生意啦，在那边做他们的那些，就是在那边组织了他们的家庭。然后呢，那时候刚好那个英国人他们在新加坡这边，他们就开了那个港口嘛，所以他就开始邀请他们过去。邀请这些娘惹、这些爸爸还有娘惹人过来新加坡这边开始延续他们的生意这样子，所以你就会看得到，其实新加坡跟马六甲我们讲说早期的华人对吗？其实很多都是息息相关的人。
And now I'm going to bring you to where they originally live. But before we go there, I want you to see this very beautiful windmill.
风车呀，
荷兰的。
You don't have to go to the Netherlands, the Holland to see a windmill.
你们去马来哥这边拍张照片，你们可以跟你们朋友讲，我去到荷兰了啊！ 人家都会相信你哦，跟你讲。
It was a gift from a Dutch city called Hun when they became sister city. It established the friendship between Hun and Malacca.
所以这个就是因为荷兰他们那边有一个地方叫婚，所以他们就是来给马六甲这些荷兰的东西，就是标志着他们的那个友谊，他们这两国的那个友谊还在这边。
And these 3 colorful cow statue, they were also gifts from the embassy of Netherlands in Malaysia.
等一下 Bernard, you bluff me, right? This one is from the year of ox, and then after that, they finish displaying, then they say, "Nah, give you lah."
Yeah lah, but still it was given in the year of 2019, which is the year of pig, and it was the year when Malacca held the Dutch festival.
所以他们在2019年的时候，荷兰他们就送他们的这3头牛在这边，他们不是说哦牛年过了，那送你啦，我们不懂要放在哪里。
And you can see 3 colors, the purple or pink, the green and the red, representing the 3 major races in Malaysia.
他们这边有什么红色、青色跟什么颜色？
Pink or purple.
粉红跟这个紫色，所以就代表着马来西亚的3个不同种族在这里。
Okay, now we are going to walk onto the bridge. Pamela, can you show them a picture of the old bridge?
Okay. Alright, 我 show 你们一下。这个 bridge 叫什么？叫丹金星 Bridge。我们新加坡也是有一个金星 Bridge， 你们知道吗？在那个新加坡河那边的。So we also have a Kim Seng Bridge in Singapore.
Exactly. So we have Kim Seng Bridge in Malacca and one in Singapore. Wow. Actually, the 2 cities are really, really closely related, especially at the beginning. Now, look in front of me. If you can show them my video again. Okay. We are actually at the riverside. Right in the middle, you will see a big hotel with orange roof. That's actually one of the most expensive now in the city, called Casa del Rio.
前面如果你看到那个它的那个屋子的顶峰那边是橘色的那个，对吗？这个就是马六甲最贵的酒店，叫 Casa del Rio.
And can you show them the old picture of the river port?
Okay.
At the side of this hotel was originally a river port. And this river port existed until the year 2008.
所以以前呢，这边就是一个港口来的，然后它的这个港口呢，是直到2008年，他们才停止做这个港口，所以到了2008年 ，I think 这些照片都是 ，you know， 他们还有在这边做生意的，就是一个港口，就跟今天的这个。
Look at what they have in this picture. Can you see on the picture? What are they? These are the timber from mangrove.
所以这些呢，就是那个地基木。
红树林，从印度尼西亚红树林砍伐下来的地基木。
Wow.
So in fact, those days, this port is very unique because they are not only doing the normal trading, they were also practicing barter trading.
他讲说这个呢，这个港口这边很特别，因为他们这边呢，他们是在做一个叫 barter trade 的，就是说呢，他们根本不用钱来买东西，他们就是用他们的货物，对吗？去跟别人交换东西。
So they are constantly traffic between Malaysia, Malacca, as well as Indonesia in Sumatra. So the Indonesian will bring their charcoal, their timber wood, seafood, coconut, mangosteen, etc. And from Malacca, they will bring back food, drinks, furniture, and especially electrical appliances.
所以那些印度尼西亚他们来这边的人呢，印尼他们来到这边呢，他们就会带他们的这些地基木啦，他们的那些椰子啦、山竹啦这些东西过来到这边，然后他们就会在这边跟马来西亚人呢交换货物，他们就会从这边带一些电器啦、一些家具这些东西回去。所以很
And here we have a very fat.
他们根本不用用钱，
不用用钱，就物交换。 啊，
对，货物交换。
而且到20年前，他们还在进行着物物交换这种非常古老传统的贸易啊。So up to 20 years ago, they are still practicing barter trading. And this is something very unique and special. And here we have a very fat tiger. Happy Tiger Year! 很肥的一只哦。
Maybe next year the tiger will join the cows at the at the street.
Okay. This is Jonker Street, where the night market is, where you have all the antique shops, souvenir shop. But today we are not going there.
这个是在马六甲的那个很著名的那个街叫 Jonker Street 的一个地方，但是今天我们不会过去那边，因为太过 famous 了，我们要去别的一些比较没有那么 famous 的地方。
Yeah, so we are not going there because I'm going to bring you to an even more important street in Malacca, older and more interesting because it is related to Singapore, as I mentioned.
OK， 好，来你看，你到底我们去哪一条街？
Okay, before going there, I want to show you a very interesting food that all tourists will come for.
古城鸡饭粒。
鸡饭。
鸡饭粒。
Chicken rice ball, 鸡饭粒. Do you have this in Singapore too?
Yes, we do have it, but not many places sell this. I think only a few places. 我们新加坡有几个地方还有在卖这个饭团的，对吗？饭粒。
应该只有1、2个地方而已。
对咯，对咯。
哦，1、2个地方。
但是我觉得这个是来我们大家去到马六甲都要吃的东西，对不对？
哎，我没有吃过嘞。
你没有吃过？
没有吃过啊 ？You must try it.
我有吃过，但我没有。
This is freshly done for you here. Look at this beautiful
以后
chicken.
你要来吃啦，雷芬姐。
对呀，对呀，有机会再去。
Okay, the boss is bringing it to us. Oh, come. Okay, so now you see, for those who have not tried it, have a good look. They are actually chicken rice made into ball and the traditional Hainanese boiled chicken. And you must always eat it with chili as well as black soya sauce.
Just like how we eat it in Singapore also, right? 我们在新加坡也是，我们也是少不了那个酱油，那个黑酱油跟那个辣椒。
对，一定要有黑酱油嘛。
就只是它的那个鸡饭团而已。
Can we have the first quiz of the day?
Yes. OK， 来，我们来猜猜看。Okay, which of the following is not the reason why the Malaccan make their Hainanese chicken rice into rice ball? 以下哪一个不是马六甲人把海南鸡饭做成饭团的原因 ？Okay, it symbolizes family unity and completeness, or is it making use of extra rice to make rice ball? Make it easy for consumption, or is it so that the rice can stay warmer? So 它是像是is like 团圆圆满吗？还是它是就是在利用那些剩出的饭，就哎呀随便啦，反正还有剩的人就随便咯，就做一个 rice ball 在那边咯？还是它是方便食用，还是因为你把它放在一起对吗？那个饭它才会可以保温，到底是什么呢 ？Okay, which one do you think? 来 ，quick. Don't think too much. It's okay. Got no prize 啊，没有奖金的啊，猜对猜错，所以不用紧啊。
流口水了。
雷芬姐，你还没有吃早餐啊？
有吃，但是看到很好吃的。
看的还是很肚子饿这样哦。
就是。
Okay.
Can we have the result?
I'm going to end the poll. Okay. Pick your last decision. Don't think too much. All right. Okay. I'm going to share the result. Wow. It's a tie between making use of the extra rice to make rice ball and also for the rice to stay warm longer. So 这两个是得到最高的票数 ，So Bernard 跟我们讲到底哪一个才不是那个原因
？It is totally unexpected. This result. I'm actually very pleased that I have given you a tricky one. Actually, as I walk on, we shall talk about the chicken rice.
OK，
The one that most of you has chosen is the wrong answer.
你们选错了。那么到底是哪一个 answer 才是不对的呢？
就是那个。To
就是
making use of the extra rice or leftover rice is the wrong answer.
啊，所以 OK，那个正确的 answer
是另外3个。
这题呢，但是是错误的。哇
Yeah, actually, it's tricky because usually this quiz is asking you to choose the correct one.
Yes.
Today we do it differently. You have to choose the wrong one. The other 3 are correct because this chicken rice ball comes from Hainan in China.
啊，所以海南饭的这个饭团是从海南那边 延续下来到这
The
里。
first answer is correct because in the olden days, people in the Hainan Island, when they pray to God or to their ancestor, they will offer chicken rice ball.
啊，所以他们在拜祭祖先这些的时候，他们就会奉献这个饭团给他们。
Yeah, they call it 饭公 or 饭珍珍贵的珍，公平的公so they actually offer it to the prayer. The other answer, yeah, and then the other answer is correct, which is correct is they actually are easy for consumption because in the olden days, especially in Malacca, when chicken rice came to Malacca from Hainan in the 20s, they made it into ball so that the people who work at the river port, the coolies, can carry them easily and eat them easily.
OK， so 就是因为以前那些施工啊这些，他们就可以方便他们这样子来吃，然后因为你把它放在一起的话，对吗？你的那个饭在里面，你可以保暖啦
so 与其散的饭，它一粒一粒容易吃咯，方便吃。
对
And also to keep it warm, because those days they sell it using a carrying pole with bamboo basket. We call it 扁担. So by making the rice into ball, it will keep the rice warmer for a longer period.
OK， well we at right now， 我们一直看到这个青色的这个 building 在这边啊。
对呀，我们来到你们看这间房子，房子上有写着什么名字？I want you to see the house, and I want you to see the name on the facade of the house.
OK， OK， Bernard, you hold it there so that we can see.
Heron House.
So this is actually the name of the street we are coming to, called Heron Street or 荷兰街.
OK.
荷兰街, is it related to Singapore? Because in Singapore you have 荷兰村.
But we call it Holland Road.
Yeah, you have Holland Road, you have Holland Village. Here we call this street in Chinese 荷兰街. It is the oldest and the most important street in the Chinese quarter of Malacca. It's even more important than Jonker Street.
So 它是一个它是一个主要的一个那个路在马六甲，而且现在 Bernard 在走的这个地方呢，这边是叫那个唐人街，也是就是他们那些华人以前居住的这个地方就在这里，所以就是有很多。
So here is where I would like to have a second poll. Why is this street called Heron Street? 为什么叫荷兰街呢？
为什么这里叫荷兰街？它的由来是什么？它是一个 Dutch name， 它是一个荷兰文的名字，还是它是以那个 town planner 命名的？是因为一个那个
Sorry again. Which one is not the reason?
Oh, which one is not?
See today. Which one is not?
Which one is not?
哪一个不是它的原因？
错的答案就是那个正确的答案。Confusing 吧，大家有没有混淆？
脑筋急转弯啊！
不呢，周末你早上那么早10点多一定要 test 大家，脑袋。
It's a workout of the brain, brain working out.
大家起来了没有？起来了没有？
Oh, very good.
来，还是你们觉得这里是因为早期就是有那些贵族住在这里，还是因为荷兰人所建造这个街，他们就把这边叫成 Heron Street， 就是荷兰街，因为他们建的吗？他们要在这个地方，他们要叫这 这个地方他们的名字吗？来，不用想太多啊，一样啊，没有奖品。
现在这些物质是一个商业的店屋呢，还是
Right now, these houses, majority of them are still privately owned. Some of them has been converted into hotels, gallery, even restaurants, and there are few that are museums. Compared to Jonker Street is more commercialized. All of them have been made into businesses, shops. But here, what is important, what is precious about it is they are very well conserved and preserved.
所以这边就是有人家住在这边，也是有一些酒店啦，有一些他们有卖东西的。OK， 来，快点选啊！
好了，可以了吧
？OK， 来，我们看一下有谁是猜对的呢 ？All right， wow，
Those who have chosen the correct answer is the one who have chosen the second answer.
所以那个错，
那个不是。
对，正确的答案，也就是不是原因的是第二个，得名于城市建筑师。
OK。
Actually, this is the answer for Holland Road and Holland Village in Singapore.
都一样
In
嘛。
Singapore, why Holland Road is called Holland Road is because of an architect, the name of an architect, Hugh Holland. Whereas in Malacca, the name is called Heron Street or Heron Street because of the other three answers. First, Heron is a Dutch name. Heron is an old Dutch word.
荷兰文名字。
And why is it called Heron? Because Heron is actually the title of rich nobleman and master.
Heron，原来 Heron 也是因为他是那个贵族他们的那个他们的名字啦。
称号their title Heron. And of course, it was originally built by the Dutch. 荷兰人建的一条街来的哦。This is a very, very good example of a Dutch shop houses.
所以这个就是在荷兰人他们所建的那个 shop house， 他们所建的那个建筑物就在这边。
我面前这栋建筑物呢有250年，250 years. So you can see the window upstairs is very small because it's actually used those days as warehouses.
所以这个以前是一个货仓来的，所以他们的那个窗口也不需要太大，对吗？你看这窗口还是木的哦，整个。
And then if you go downstairs, you will see there's a door. Of course, that's the entrance to the shops. But people don't have to go into the shop. They can buy things because there is a very interesting window shutter. So if you look at my finger, I'm pointing now at the lower flap. So this lower flap can be lift down or fold down. And then the upper flap can be folded up. As you can see, it's tied by a string. So when these two flaps are open, this is actually where they display their goods or where they sell their goods.
所以以前的人呢，他们买东西的话，他们也其实不需要进去到那个店面那边，他们就可以在这里这个窗口这边买，因为它的这个木板，如果你看到的话，它有一个线这样子link to 它的上面那个木板，所以可以把它给拉开，变成一个窗口，然后它下面这个呢，它就可以把它放下来，就变成一个柜台这样子，所以人家就 just 在它的外面這邊呢買東西，這些東西就。
我有麥芽糖，我上次買過。
講嘢啊！
怎麼你有在這邊買過哈？是誰？是誰用廣東話講？
麥芽糖 ？Yes, we do have people selling 麥芽糖 still.
對不起，我。
什麼是麥芽糖？
麥芽糖啊，麥芽糖 malt candy，malt candy。
你們 test 我的 Cantonese 你們。
麥芽糖。And a lot of these houses, look at the beautiful tiles. Can you see the floor and wall tiles?
Yeah, 你看它的那个地上的那个砖块，
瓷砖，
对，还有瓷砖。
And these are all Victorian. They are English. And why they use English? Because the Baba Nyonyas 150 years ago in Malacca, they are so rich. So rich that they have to portray their wealth. They have to show off. And what is better way than by showing off with imported, imported material?
Yeah, 因为以前那些娘惹他们就是很有钱，因为他们是跟那些他们跟那些英国人啊、外国人做生意，又跟那些华人做生意嘛。然后他们每次很有钱，对吗？他们不可能每天叫他们的亲朋戚友来他们的家看他们有多少钱，他们有多少的那些金条，对不对？他们就把它全部放在家外面把它变成把他的家变很美，然后人家经过的时候就会觉得啊，我知道这个是一个很有钱的一个娘惹家庭来的。
And now look at the houses on Heron Street. Look at how long they are. From the front, slowly I'm going to turn all the way to the back. And until the end, where there's a narrow and low stretch.
哇，所以
你们看到这个屋子有多长？
那个电路是那么长哎！哇，我们新加坡的都没有那么长哦，它有3节这个。
两边。
And because it is so long, there's usually 3 air well.
我还有3个天井哎，这样子的话，哇，新加坡我没有看过有那么多天井，最多也只是1个。
So these houses, they are usually 4 to 6 meter wide, but the length is 60 to 80 meter long.
所以你看，如果你看它的那个电路前面的话呢，它就有大概4到6米的那个宽度。然后到里面的话呢，它的那个深度就是60到80米，很深哦，它的那个。
So they are very long, and the reason being the Dutch, because if you have been to Amsterdam or any old Dutch city, all the houses are narrow and long because they tax the houses, they tax the house owner according to the width of the house, not the size of the house.
所以因为以前在荷兰呢，这个荷兰政府对吗？他们不管是在荷兰那边呢，还是他们在管辖的地方，他们就是会跟他们这些建这些祖屋的人抽税嘛，对不对？所以他们就是看他的那个屋子有多宽，这样子来跟他们拿那个税。
Do you know why they tax the house according to the width? Can anybody think of the logic?
所以你们大家知不知道为什么他们是那个他们是以那个宽度来 tax 那个屋子呢？来拿那个税呢？你们知不知道为什么
？Save space
Sorry, can you again?
Save the space. They want to build up.
Very good. This is the correct answer. Because if they don't do this, rich people would build very big, very wide house. Heron Street is only 500 meters. If everybody build wide, big house, there will be only 10, 20 houses on the street. But if they tax them heavily on the width, everybody tries to go narrow. But in order to have the space, they will make it long.
所以他们是为了就是不要让那些有钱人就在被一直这样子 build， 因为这个街呢只有500米长而已，所以如果每一个人把他的屋子越来越宽的话，那就没有位置。
Nanti malam masukin semua.
Semua.
Ya, nanti malam.
Okay.
And now we show them this old picture. Can we show them a picture from the TV series?
这个地方有没有觉得有点熟悉感？大家有没有觉得有熟悉感？
应该是在拍那个小娘惹的那个地方。
Very good. Show them the picture.
鼓励。
Big applause. This is where she was selling the kuih muih.
以前欧轩呢，他就是在前面这里在卖那些龟龟，就是在这条街那边，他们做这个取景拍摄。你看
Yeah, can you see the window, the facade, the grill? Everything is exactly the same.
哇，这个也是好多年前了哦，小娘惹。
小娘惹，我们来一个 memory lane. Let's go back to memory lane.
哇，
走回记忆的这个走廊。So
现
this
在
house,
现在这个地方是一个 museum 吗？还是怎样？
yes, it is a Baba Nyonya Museum.
对，
It's a privately owned museum that is still owned by this Baba Nyonya family. I think now it's already the 6th or 7th generation.
这个已经是一个第6还是第7代的那个娘惹的那个家族，他们还保留着这个地方。对，但是现在是一个那个私人博物馆。
It's a must visit when you come to Malacca actually. Because I think this is one of the best museum in town. And if you look at the architectural style, this is the typical straight Chinese style.
它就是还有掺杂了那些中国风啦 ，you know， 然后还有就是那个西方的那个文化，它的那个 column， 它的那个竹子也是比较西方的。
Yeah, it's a mix because it's Chinese, it's Western, it's European, it's everything. So this is typical. And here you will see some beautiful baju kebaya. I will not go very quickly, but I'll just show you because when we talk about Baba Nyonya, the Nyonyas always wear sarung kebaya, especially when it comes to festivity or important ceremony.
对，我们对哦，这个就是那个娘惹装 ，OK。
Tell me if you can't see me anymore. So the interior.
Okay, no, it's okay. Yeah, we can.
It's okay.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, now we come to the airwell. Look at the first airwell of the house.
哦，他在走路，所以这个是一个店，但是这个店就是很深很深。
Look at the airwell. And what will happen if the water comes in? Of course, there are outlets where the water can flow out, but there will never be a drain because it's not auspicious to show drain. Water are not supposed to be drained out. It has to go back into the house. 风水。
他们不会有那个水沟，但是他们会把那个水，就是对他们不会把那个在他们的那个屋子里面不会有水沟，因为水就很像财嘛，对不对？他们不会让它流出去，他们就把它收在家里，因为你要把你全部的财富就留在自己的家庭里面。哎呀，每次都是这样子的对不对？
回收啦，这个叫
回收是好的，对不对？
回收，水要回进自己的口袋里面啊。And look at this porcelain. There are a lot of porcelain dishes. Now come to Yonya porcelain. Can we have another quiz?
Okay.
Because the Nyonyas, they have a lot of ceremony. They all have the tok panjang. They always have feasts for their family. So they will use a lot of porcelain dishes.
Okay, so I have also launched a poll. So now it's like, which of the following is not the characteristic of a straight Chinese porcelain? Okay, 所以以下呢哪一个呢才是他们不是在以下哪一项不是从1856年至1945年创作的海峡华人瓷器的特征呢？它是在中国制造的，还是有带龙的图像，还是颜色鲜艳，还是需要进口生产的原料？哇 ，Bernard， 今天你给我们的这个 quiz 全部都是那种脑筋急转弯耶。
Yeah, 哪一个不是？Which one is not? Not. So you have to choose the wrong answer.
The wrong answer is the correct answer.
Yes, exactly. 错误的答案就是我要的正确答案啊。
那你们觉得哪一个不是那个陶瓷的那个特征呢？来，快点选，我要 end poll 了。然后让 Bernard 告诉我们大家那个答案，因为我自己也不知道，所以我也是很好奇到底是哪一个。OK， 来，我们看一下大家选到怎样。哇，最高票数就是 Made in China， 在中国制造的，不是那个它的那个特征，对不对
？Wrong. This is correct. This is not the answer I want.
所以 OK， 大家猜那个 Made in China 是正确的耶。
错的。
哎，是错的答案。你看，你弄得我也 confused 了。
它是在中国制作的啊。It is made in China.
Okay.
It is always brightly colored.
Okay, so it is always brightly colored.
Because if you look at the Nyonyas, they always like bright green, yellow, pink. That's the color they like.
对。
With dragon is the answer I want. Dragon. 它没有龙的啊。Because dragon was actually very popular in China for the emperor.
哦，所以娘
So the Baba Nyonyas in Malacca, they don't put emperor, they don't put the dragon on their porcelain dish.
哎，哇哦，那8个人都猜对了，所以
这8个人，你们对了啊 ，they like flowers,
哎
they like birds, they like butterfly. These are the things they like to be featured on their porcelain dish.
嗯，对
And
哦
why do I say
没有
they need
龙的
imported
世界
material? 没有龙的，娘惹的瓷器是没有龙在上面的啊，有鸟、有花啊，有这些植物、蝴蝶，可是就没有龙。And it is correct they need to import material because in order to get some color like cobalt blue, 宝蓝色, they need to import the material from Persia, from Iran, from Afghan. And in order to have turquoise color, they need to import the material or the mineral from Tibet. That's why they need imported material. Okay, now come to the house in front of me. 你们看到我面前这栋房子吗？So this is a southern Chinese style house on the road, because the road has reconstruction, renovation throughout the years. So there are different style here. This house is very simple, 南方中国的这个风格, but I would like to highlight it because it is the Rumah Abu. Rumah Abu means 母屋, 祖屋, the ancestral home of Tan Chai Yen.
大家
Have you heard of Tan Chai Yen? 陈其贤
知不知道丹差烟？
The grandson of Tan Tock Seng.
他是丹斗星的孙子丹差烟。我们新加坡在那个Tiong Bahru那边也是有一条街叫差烟 Road。对，他就是以那个陈笃生的那个孙子给命名的。
Yeah, both Tan Tock Seng and Tan Chai Yen, they were born in Malacca. Jalan Street. Yes, correct.
Jalan Street.
Both of them, the grandfather and the grandson, they were born in Malacca. Of course, I don't have to elaborate on Tan Tock Seng. Everybody knows who he is in Singapore. I just want to tell you more about Tan Chai Yen because he is the father of rubber industry in our region.
所以丹差烟呢 ，OK， 陈笃生的孙子，他是第一个在马来亚这边开发那个塑胶的那个塑胶树，对。
Yeah, because of him, we became rich, both Singapore and Malaysia, because of rubber estate, because of rubber export. He was also the first one who developed the technology of making rubber liquid or milk into sheet rubber, so that it can be exported easily.
所以就是因为他呢，所以我们新加坡跟马来亚那边就有很多那个rubber 的那个farming 啊，那个 plantation 在这边，然后也是因为他呢帮我们开发了那个以前就是做那个 tapping， 他们就可以拿到他的那个它的那个塑胶的那个汁，对，然后他们就把它
做成胶片，
那个塑胶片，对。
So Tan Chai Yen is the most important person in rubber industry history. Can you see what is on the screen now?
来，大家看得到吗？什么哇爱 shoemaker 华猛鞋装
华裔，
中文不好。
So it's good for the Chinese. And what is actually very interesting here is they still make such interesting shoes. Can you see these tiny little shoes?
山村精灵，
对，就是山村精灵。
哇哦，山村精灵。
现在应该没有人穿了啦。
Yeah, of course, those who still have their feet bounded, they would have not still remain. So, but these shoes were still being ordered up to the 70s.
到了1970年代，还有人会来到这里，
来穿。Yeah, because this is the only place where they can find master who knows how to make these shoes called Lotus Shoe.
所以他们如果在马六甲呢，他们只有一位师傅在做这些山村精灵的鞋子，所以他们就会来这边。
And why is it called lotus? Because lotus is regarded as something precious and beauty. because those days they have a different view of what is beauty when come to their feet.
所以为什么它会叫莲子呢？是因为莲就是一个很珍贵、一个很贵的东西，所以以前的人他们的审美观就是你的脚要越小越好，你才会美啊，所以他们就叫它3寸金莲，莲就是这样子来的。
Of course, today people don't wear them anymore, but they are still being made, and people still order them because it's considered as an art form. It's a collector's item.
这个是收藏家他们会收藏的一个用品。
Yeah, because even in
拿
China,
来摆放而已啦，他们也不会。
Can I ask how much does it cost for a pair?
oh, we will find out about that when we see the Master Yo in a moment.
Thank you.
And besides the Lotus shoes, what is also very famous here are these. Can you see them?
珠子鞋。
珠鞋。
Yeah, when you wear your sarung kebaya, of course, you have to have something to match on your feet. This will be the beaded Yonya shoes that you have to have.
Not cheap 嘞。
呀，全部都是手工做的，对。
They are all handmade.
Yes.
And not only that, they use real leather, for instance, cow, calf, sheep or lamb skin, and the beads they have to import from Japan. They are not plastic or PVC beads, they are glass beads.
Glass.
对，它的这个皮呢，他们就是拿那个牛皮、羊皮，就是真的皮来做。然后它的这个珠子呢，它是那种玻璃珠，因为玻璃珠它才会有那个颜色，它才会有那个 3D 感在那边。对，所以这个不是那种便宜的那种。他们是要从日本那边进口来的那些珠子。
玻璃珠子glass bead.
所以它才会
Look at how beautiful. And if you have watched the TV series Little Yonya, you know that those girls in the time of Yonya time, they actually have to have such skill in order to be married into a good household.
对咯，以前就是要学怎么做这些东西。我还好到我的时代不需要，我跟你讲，不然我 confirm fail 我跟你讲，我嫁不出去哦。为什么？不会做这些咯。
And now you can see Mr. Yo at work. Mr. Yo is the third generation that still carry on the skill, the craft, and the making of beaded shoes and lotus shoes.
所以他已经是第3代了，这个是杨师傅，所以
杨师傅。
对，所以他的家庭已经在这边，他已经是算第3代的那个接手人，在这边做他的这个鞋子。所以他在给我们看的是他现在在做的那个珠子鞋。
The shop was established in 1918, so it has been here for more than 100 years.
1918年，对，在这边创办的。
Can ask one pair is cost how much?
OK， 老板，
Ask.
他们现在有兴趣想知道那个鞋的价钱，先说3寸金莲的价钱好了啊。
有的普通的95块嘛。
然后最贵的呢？
最贵的是600块。
Oh, the Lotus shoe, the price range from the cheapest 95 up to 600. If it's a very delicate, intricate one.
In ringgit, is that?
In ringgit, 95 to 600.
Irene, you want to buy already? Are you ready to buy?
No, I'm very interested in all this.
Yeah, because seriously, we all can foresee that in time there will be nobody who knows how to make them anymore.
所以你看他的这些，他已经是算是一个艺术了，你知道吗？然后这些就是不懂会不会他的下一代有没有人会要接手这个生意？因为如果他没有的话呢，就是整个已经失传了。就是
actually it's a dying trade, you know.
It is.
The treasure is a dying trade.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
You know.
然后那个猪仔鞋的价钱呢？
猪仔要看那个猪。
So the beaded shoe will depend on the size of the bead. Some are very, very tiny and small. That make a much more beautiful and intricate design. There are some that are bigger. So we would also like to know the range, right? 那猪仔鞋的价格？
大概是400到
Oh, it's from 400 ringgit to 900 ringgit for the beaded shoes.
400到900令吉。嗯，
The
And it's
beaded
leather too.
shoes, the Lotus one or the normal Yonya sandals?
the
The
beaded
sandals, the sandals.
哦，
Okay.
那个
So, for instance, 这个大概多少钱呢？This is about 400 plus.
嗯，这个大概
100多
This one is about 400
200
plus.
新加坡，
对对，
You can see that the bead is a bit bigger.
，Yeah，
老板有没有贵的900多块的？ Now we want to show you the expensive ones.
我们看有什么不同，对不对？
And
一个
we
400
compare
跟
and we can
900
compare the beads. Yeah. This is the one that is 900.
哦，
它的
Oh,
珠
very
子哇
fine.
很
它
细
的珠子比较
哦
小啊
Very fine, very intricate.
，Yes，
嗯，
And you will be surprised. This one is not meant for the ladies. It's for men.
哦，男生也可以穿珠子鞋哦，
And this is for the ladies.
哇
In the 1930s, 在1930年代呢，其实爸爸还穿珠子鞋的。In the 1930s, the babas, which are the male, they still wear beaded shoes.
I see. Oh,
And then you can see from the
Is
sole.
it homeware? Is it homeware?
Oh, these days people seldom wear outside. They wear it for special occasion, Chinese New Year. They wear it for any festivity when they are family gathering. When
the
they wear
male
their
or the
sarung
female?
kebaya.
For the male or the female?
I don't think a lot of male will still wear this, especially the young one.
嗯，
But the
现在对吧
female,
人家已经不再
but
穿
the female, yes, the female always wear them when come to some
有什么
big
喜庆
festival.
节日这些新年啦什么，如果他们穿那个 sarong kebaya，他们一定要配这个珠子鞋的，不然就不搭了，知道吗？对，
老板，他们有一个问题，就是这种鞋要怎么样保养？
你穿了就要 polish。这个拿点水啊，往哪骂
可以洗呀。
这个皮呢你就 polish。
Oh, okay. So you don't really put them under the water to wash. So after each wear, you have to use damp cloth to wipe the beads, just the surface of the bead, to remove all the dirt and dust. And then for the leather, you have to polish them like you would polish your leather shoes.
所以不可以洗啊，这个鞋子，所以你可以拿那个湿的布呢去抹那个珠子，把那些灰尘啊、那些肮脏的东西先把它抹掉，然后那个它的那个皮呢，你就好像打蜡这样咯，你来帮你保留你的鞋子保存到久一点。对。
So I think you can wear them, especially if you go to a ball. If you like to be dressed up in sarong kebaya to a 5-star hotel, I'm sure it will look beautiful when you wear this, when you appear in one of a pair of this. 是吗？走进5星酒店，去你们的 function，穿着 sarong kebaya，再加上这样的一双鞋，哇，
引人注目，
多么的吸引人啊！那双脚，对不对？
很高贵。
Yeah, and it is timeless. I would have to say it is timeless because I have seen young girls wearing them. I have seen grandma of 70, 80 years wearing sarong kebaya and beaded shoes. They look beautiful, regardless of their age, their size. 对啊，穿这种 sarong kebaya 和这种珠子鞋，其实不分年龄、不分身材都很好看。
My grandma, my mama always wear this. They wear
Yeah,
They're
always with sarong,
sarong.
Yeah, they always wear sarong. That's why I'm quite interested also.
So now you know you can buy the bounded feet shoes over here. 你可以在这边买你的3寸金莲做收藏品，你也可以在这里买你的那个珠子鞋来穿。
Yeah, for young girls, these are for young children.
这个的 color 比较鲜艳，就比较适合那些年轻的哦。
Yeah, and then of course, before they are being put onto the shoes, this is how the beads actually look like. When the Yonyas are working on the beads, they actually appear on a piece of cloth before they are being put onto the shoes.
所以他们要先把它绣好先，所以它先绣好的时候呢，就会长得这样子，然后他们再会从这个东西呢，他们就会把它转入到那个鞋子那边去。
You see, this one is a standard size, or maybe you got mix.
Oh, they have all different sizes.
Oh, different
Yeah,
size.
they have all different sizes, and there are actually people who come here to have them custom made. Then it will fit your feet exactly as it should be.
可以在这边客制化你的鞋子。
对啊，你要不同的 pattern， 不同的 design， different sole, different design, different color. You can always come here to have your shoes custom made. Of course, there are always ready-made one that you can choose from. 哦，老板他们问要多久做一双呢？通常这样子的。
有时2个礼拜。
要2 weeks.
哇
，2个礼拜。
Yeah, it takes 2 weeks because it takes time for the bead. You need to put on the bead one by one, and also to make the design, the pattern.
OK，
Any other questions? 还有其他问题吗？
没有了，谢谢。
OK，
我有。
有问题。
Yes. So is it that he is the only one who is doing it, or he has other people that is helping him in this business over here?
哦，老板现在还有谁是在做的那个珠子还有鞋？你家里？哦，so the sister, the younger sister is doing the bead work, and he is making the shoes.
Okay.
In the family, yeah, in the family.
他们的梳子，叫那个什么，波东的那种 beads 啊，他们
we call it
你看有些
money.
它的角，它的珠子的有一点 cut 的角哦，那个叫波东哦。
波东 money, because they are cut bead. They are cut.
你问哪个是不是？
波东啊，波东 money 啊。We call it 波东 money.
波东的很贵哦。
波东的很贵 ，exactly.
波东的是高贵的，是用波东的。
Yeah, you know your stuff, you know your stuff. The 波东 money.
我小时候我的小姑会做，
哦，
她是从一
有。
个人家没学，所以我有机会看到她做。
很
多工的，
他有做给你吗？
我有机会看到了，小时候，因为所以他们叫波东，就是
波东，
就是很贵的，一串一串这样弄。人要选的嘞，通过那个针才可以放在，才可以缝的，放下去的。
He's going to show you one that is made with 波东 money.
如果没有通过那个针就不可以了。
This one is made with 波东 money. 这个是用割出来的那个玻璃珠子做的。
所以叫 gasumanic 咯，这个叫。
So they are more fine and they are more closely knitted to each other.
这个
because they are cut.
Tiger 咯，今年的嘞。
这个很立体，
是 Tiger 来的。
Yeah, it's harimau. Tiger.
Yes, it's the tiger. 哇 I take a picture.
哇，
很特别哦，一只老虎哦。
Lawrence, I tell you what, you must go to Malacca tomorrow.
哎呀，
不要紧，新加坡开放了，可以去了。
Camera， 我去Malacca很多次，我都有这个叫什么money的。
没有，现在你要去那边找那个杨师傅吗？
没有，现在也知道了，可以拿 contact 吗？
很贵的，他们的。刚才你知道他的那个名字，我帮你们再放进去啊，我放在那边。
对，我你放下来，
你们可以来。
Okay, so I guess that would.
Okay, before we end off today's tour, right? But I have one last question for the Master Yo.
Yes.
Is that because he's the 3rd generation, right? So is there going to be a 4th generation? Does he have another, like the 4th generation taking over the business, or is going to vanish?
Oh, that's a sad question, but I will still ask. 杨老板啊，他们问你的孩子有打算学吗？或者有没有传人哦？
都是没有了，他们
也没有其他年轻人想学啦。
没有。
Oh, unfortunately, the children are not interested, and he hasn't got anyone young who are interested in learning the skill as well.
我的可惜哦，很可惜哦。
对了，你们大家有没有兴趣学？如果你们有兴趣学的话，去那边找杨师傅，跟他拜师学艺。
眼睛不好了。
对，哎呀，丽云姐讲的对，这个要靠眼睛，
早几年就可能有兴趣了。
对，
这很靠人力的
咯，要失传了。
就是咯，可惜啊，
很可惜哦。
所以也是有很多名人对吗？他们也会来这边，特地跟杨师傅来这边订他们的那个鞋子，来的也收藏呢。
Previously, a lot of foreigners, foreign tourists, they like to come. They love to buy, especially the Lotus Shoes. 法国总统对不对？A former French president has ordered a pair of Lotus Shoes from Master Yo.
Wow. So interesting.
Because it is nice to be on display. If you look at this.
哇，很漂亮。
对，这种 display 是很漂亮的啊。If you have a shelf or display corner in your house, they look wonderful.
Okay, how for showing us all this thing.
哦，谢谢老板，谢谢老板。Okay, look at this beautiful hole. Okay, so do we still have time? 5 minutes more?
I think not really. So
okay,
anyone, okay, how about if we ask anyone, if you have any questions, okay, that you all want to ask Bernard about Malacca, about anything that you have seen, 有没有什么问题的？你们要问 Malacca 吗？
I was born and bred here in Malacca. 我是土生土长的马六甲人。Of course, I'm not a Baba, but I was born here. And I grew up 5 minutes from Heron Street.
哦，的家在这边的附近，所以你也是住在一个这种豪宅，是不是？
哦，我好希望啊 ！How I wish I lived in one of these old historic houses, but I actually live in a residential terrace house.
哦，
其实马六甲除了鸡饭哦，它的牛鸭腹算不算也是一个很好吃的美食？
哦，娘惹餐肯定算，肯定算。
算哦。
而且，不过我们马六甲的娘惹餐和新加坡的类似。
Okay
So our Malaccan Yonya food is similar to the one in Singapore. So, but still, we have a lot of authentic Yonya restaurants that are still very good here.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want something different, totally different taste, you have to go to Penang.
哦，Penang
，Penang 的娘惹餐和我们的就有一点差别。
不要再讲食物了啦，我肚子很饿了。来，我们来看最后一个这个豪宅，这边我们就在这边 end off， 对不对？
对，我们就在这边 end 好了。这个啊，
现在这边谁住的？
哦 ，this family is really a big, rich family. They own the Heron on Orchard Street, Orchard Road. The Heron.
所以我们新加坡的这个
乌节路
Street， 对，乌节路那边有一个叫 Heron Street 的，sorry Heron Building 的 ，OK， 我收一下大家这个，一下。
And the family also is one of the stakeholder of OCBC Bank. You know OCBC Bank? A Singaporean bank?
OCBC 银行，还有他们就是在 Orchard， 他们就是在对，这个就是 under 这个 family 的，他们是什么 family？
Chi family。The
Chi
family。
华侨银行啊。
华侨银行对。Ji Sui Cheng。Xu Chuiqing is the name. He is the first chairman of OCBC Bank.
他是 OCBC 的第一个主席，所以这个是他们的那个屋子。
So they don't live here anymore because the family has been moving overseas, especially to Singapore. But they keep the house as Rumah Abu like ibu, 母屋或者是我们华人讲的祖屋。Ancestral home，
所以他们就是有那些什么一些节庆啊，这些他们才会回来这边拜祭祖先啦，不然他们就不会住在这里了，对不对？很漂亮哦。
And this is one established family that has been around for at least 10 generations. So they are one of the oldest Baba family or Nyonya family in the region. And most of the descendants they are in Singapore now, I think.
大多数应该也是新加坡人了吧？他们对很多，他们还是应该会回去啦，回去那边拜祭祖先啊这些。对。
然后就在这间屋子的对面 ，and right in front of this mansion is the ancestral home of Tan Kim Seng.
Tan Kim Seng 他们的那个祖屋。他们的那个
客栈是 hotel 啊。
Today it has been converted into a hotel.
现在已经变成一个酒店了。 对对。
And both this building has been featured in Little Yonya, the TV series too.
Yeah.
小娘惹电视剧里面第1集就有拍这2栋建筑了。The first episode.
本来我可以问吗？你说那个姓齐的齐齐，是他们是客家人吗？
他们是 Hokkien 人
Hokkien。
姓 EHEE Hokkien。
Alright， 耶，我们又看到 Bernard 的脸了，跳的。
I'm going to show my face again. Am I here? Yes, I am. Wow, what a nice background.
谢谢你带我们走，我很喜欢Malacca的，它的食物。
让你们再次过来哦，现在都已经开放了。
是。
我去很多很多次了，会想去。有。
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Bernard.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we all go, all right, let's take a photo together. So as usual, switch on your camera. 所以大家，我们先开我们的那个视频，好不好？我们一起拍照。然后我们就 show off 给Ian讲说的，我们今天在Malacca玩的多么开心。有Bernard带我们。OK， 好 ，OK， 来，我们大家，我们比一个手势。耶。OK， 继续啊，继续比。耶，好 ，OK， 谢谢大家。
Thank you, Bernard.
Thank you.
OK， 我们下个礼拜也会跟 Bernard
我们下个星期再见。
下个礼拜也是Malacca。
我们下个礼拜
我会带你们去新的地方。We want to give you something new, something fresh, something interesting every week.
Okay, good.
下个礼拜 Bernard 飞了。
Thank you, Camila.
Thank you.
Thank you.
OK， 拜拜，
哇，今天的好看，今天的好看。
下个礼拜见哦。
OK，拜拜。
期待 Bernard 会带我们去哪里？
下个礼拜去
一步
啊哇！
哇，你想去一波啊？
自己去啦，现在可以过那个 cosplay 了。
是咯。
对咯。
OK， 拜拜。
拜拜大家，拜拜，拜拜破天，拜拜苏哈姐，拜拜水叔姐。
老师，你的声音好像我们的叶老师嘞。
哦，真的吗？那我们歌了。
我们的画的，很像，我以为是我们那个叶老师。
下个礼拜见哦，拜拜。
下个礼拜见，拜拜。
现在过一个马来西亚需要什么手续吗？要切什么吗？要切吗？
这个我们这些如果有需要，我可以让Pamela 还有Ian他们交给你那个程序。怎么入境的程序？
直接的，直
接了，现在基本上对可以了。车只要
需要 VTL 了。
不需要 VTL 了。
明天开始对吗？你从如果你从陆路过去的话，你连那些检测这些都不用做。
不用了。
对，如果你搭飞机就需要啦。你搭飞机
直接坐一个陆路的坐巴士去这样子的。
对。
坐巴士这应该很方便，很容易，很直接。
那个你们马路小这是一样对吗？
一样，我们这里很舒服，没有这么多人，是时候回来了。
因为听说你们那边的油鸭餐很好，
好吃，对，我有好几间都很不错。本来今天想跟你们去吃很多的，不过时间那个关系
流口水了。
所以大家，我们下个礼拜我们要先吃饱饱，我们才 start 这个 tour， OK？ 不然你
上一次我不是讲那个河边的仙豆咯
？I was there。刚刚我就在那个河边的仙豆，可是我没有去。
不用什么，就是看那个那档那个 store 就好了。show 我们那个 store。
好啦
，Thank you 啊，拜拜 Bernard，
拜 Florence，
拜
拜 Monica， 拜拜，
拜拜
，Thanks Pamela， 我要走了，我要去，
你要去做事情了哈，拜拜 Ellie，
拜，下次见，
拜拜，
拜拜。内猪。 为什么不